I am RC Robin. Thank you for joining me. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel if you happen to be watching this on YouTube. It really, really helps. Please, please, please. So this is a created franchise on MLB The Show. The name of the franchise is the Bronx Knights. They've been wedged into the American League West Division. My intention is to play 162 games from beginning to end. No skipped innings, no simulated games. This is game number 141 of 162 and beyond. So it's early September, as you can see on the screen. The Knights have taken the place of the Houston Astros in the AL West. They're in first place. They're 91-49. They have a 12.5 game lead in the division. Let's go to the calendar and play the first of a 3-game set at Seattle. The second place team was 12.5 games back. So first of a 3-game set. Let's rock and roll. Play game. Okay. Play full game. We are the away team at Safeco Field, T-Mobile Park, whatever the hell you want to call it. Patrick Joseph is the starter. He's 12-7. Michael looks like he needs a blow, so to speak. Hunter Renfroe will go in for him. Good morning. Let's go Knights. Mr. Outlander, you are a loyal follower. Thank you, sir. Much appreciated. I have to make sure to check out your stream as well. Missed the Outlander show on YouTube. Check it out. A lot of interesting stuff. So let's see. What else do I need? Termini looks tired. Francisco Lindor will play third base. Ramos will play DH because he's tired, but I want him in the lineup. Mattingly, Ramos, let's go Benny, Salazar, Saps, Margot. There we go. Let's rock and roll. Let's do this. 192 hits, 357 average, 54 homers, 144 RBIs. Chris Ramos is the front runner for the American League's most valuable player. And here are the starting lineups for this matchup. Thank you for joining me. Boom, 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 boom. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome for a Major League matchup here at T-Mobile Park as the Bronx Knights visit the Seattle Mariners. Just woke up, so I need some coffee. Go get your coffee. Get your coffee. Wake up with some baseball. On the mound for the Seattle Mariners is Eduardo Rodriguez. He's 8-8 with a 5.12 earned run average. And leading off for the Bronx Knights is Mighty Max. Max Lukelich, 312, 4 homers, 38 runs batted in. He also has 33 stolen bases. Switch hitter batting from the left, checked at the right side against the lefty Rodriguez. Yanks it deep but foul down the left field line, strike one. If it was at a game, I'd get a coffee and a hot dog. Well, sorry if you don't have the hot dog. That might take a while, but glad to see that you're awake on a Sunday morning. And that's a deep fly ball towards the gap, but chasing it down is the center fielder Shane Victorino for out number one. Starting lineup for the Bronx Knights. Max Lukelich is in center. Don Mattingly's at first. The DH today is Chris Ramos. Benny LoCicero is batting cleanup, and the right fielder Jacob Salazar is the shortstop. Matt Saps is at second. Anthony Millo is the catcher. Francisco Lindor is at third, and Manuel Margot is batting ninth and playing left field. Line drive caught by the first baseman. And quickly there are two away. You can hit it hard, but you can't steer the ball. So if it is 11 a.m. here on the East Coast, it's 8 a.m. for the Outlander. So thank you for showing up. Chris Ramos hitting 357, 44 homers. Now check that. 54 homers, 144 runs batted in. With 1 month left of the season to go, pitches outside, ball one. Two away here in the top of the first for the Knights. And that's a line drive which is going to find its way into the gap. And it's going to roll all the way to the wall. He'll make a turn at first, head to second with a 2-out double. Runner in scoring position with 2 away. So that's double number 31 for Chris Ramos. Here's the replay. Line drive to left center field to that welcome to the show sign here in T-Mobile Park. Next up is the right fielder, Benny LoCicero, 308, 31 homers, 112 RBIs. And he yanks it for a base hit. Makes the turn at third. He's heading home. Strong throw to the plate. will be not in time. It's an RBI single for Benny LoCicero. RBI number 113 on the season. And just like that, the Bronx Knights have an early 1-0 lead. Let's check out the replay as I read the Outlander's message. My son never lets me sleep in. He yells to wake up to everybody. So on my bigger stream in the first 10 minutes, my son is in the video to say hi. Oh, very cool. Very cool. I have to check that out. So still 2 outs. Runner at first is Benny. The shortstop, Jacob Salazar, steps in from the right side, hitting .319 on the season. And he hits a long fly ball, but playable for Victorino in center. He makes the catch to retire the side. So after half an inning of baseball here at Safeco, I'm sorry I have to call it Safeco, it's the Bronx Knights 1, the Seattle Mariners coming to bat. So on the mound for the Bronx Knights is Patrick Joseph, 12-7 with a 6.08 earned run average. His ERA is high, but he's gotten good run support this season, hence the 12-7 record. Leading off for the Mariners, Shane Victorino, 286, 17 homers, 58 runs batted in. First pitch of the game from Joseph. And it's a deep drive to his counterpart in right center field, but there is Max Lukulich for the first out. Nice catch. Starting lineup for the Mariners, Shane Victorino is in center. Drew Mendoza is the DH. Fernando Tatis Jr. is the shortstop. Cavan Biggio is at second. Freddie Freeman's the first baseman. Andrew Benintendi is in left. Gregory Polanco is in right. Nolan Gorman at third. And Israel Pineda is batting ninth. So the DH, Drew Mendoza, 290, 18 homers, 75 runs batted in, stepping up with 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Slow roller to the second baseman. Saps fields, fires, 2 away. So that's Matthew Saps getting a day at second, while Chris Ramos is the designated hitter today. So Fernando Tatis Jr., the cover boy for 21, 270, 28 homers on the season. He's up with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Pitches low, ball 1. Chances are the race for the division in the AL West is already over, as the Bronx Knights have a 12.5 game lead on the Seattle Mariners here in early September. But of course they'd like to, outside corner count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Of course they'd like to make a strong showing, get in on a wild card position, and get lucky in the playoffs. So Tatis steps in. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3 on the slider, and the side is retired. So after 1 inning of play here in T-Mobile Park, it's the Bronx Knights 1, Seattle Mariners 0. Top of the second, up steps Matthew Saps. On the road, he hits .357 as opposed to .245 at home. Overall, 301, 29 homers, 92 runs batted in. So a little bit of a road warrior, Matthew Saps. Line drive, base hit to right between the first and second baseman on the first pitch here in the top of the second. They have the leadoff man on. Stirring the drink, baby. So next up is Anthony Millo, the catcher, 246 average. 9 homers on the season. Pulls it foul down the third base line, strike 1. Count is 0-1 on Anthony Millo. Saps big lead at first. And again, he's out in front of the fastball. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. 52 runs batted in is not second on the team. It's like 7th or 8th. I don't know what's wrong with that stat keeper. Pitches outside. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. As I said before, the Mariners are 78-61, 12.5 games back. They do currently hold one of the wild card spots. Just gets a piece of the changeup to stay alive. Count remains 1-2 on Millo. Late on the fastball, foul ball. Tony Millo had a terrible first half of the season. He's trying to rebound in the second. Lazy fly ball to right. Makes the catch for the first out. Runner remains at first. Defensive alignment for the Seattle Mariners in the outfield from left to right is Andrew Benintendi, Shane Victorino, Gregory Polanco. And in the infield is Gorman, Tatis Jr., Biggio, Freeman, with Israel Pineda playing catcher behind the plate. So next up is the third baseman, Francisco Lindor, 313, 7 homers in part-time play. Slow roller to the shortstop, over to first for the second out. Runner moves into scoring position with 2 outs. So he had to charge it, not a good double play ball. So he took the sure out at first. So batting ninth is Manuel Margot, playing left field today for Michael O'Rourke, hitting .326. Runner at second, 2 away. Low and inside, ball 1. Inside, 2 balls and no strikes on Margot. Saps leads off second. Comes the 2-0 pitch. 3 balls, no strikes. Max, the leadoff man, Max Lukelich, is on deck with 2 outs. Will he have the green light? No, he will not, because I'm playing this game. In there, strike 1. Count is 3 balls and 1 strike, hitter's count on Margot. Let's see what happens. That's a hard ground ball to Tatis at short. Over to first to retire the side. So no runs, 1 hit, 1 left on. The end of 1.5. It's the Bronx Knights 1. The Seattle Mariners nothing. So we go to the bottom of the second. Up steps Cavan Biggio, son of Hall of Famer Craig Biggio. 273, 21 homers, 68 runs batted in. Leading off here in the bottom of the second. Joseph sets and delivers. Swing and a miss at the fastball, strike 1. Bronx Knights are 91-49, good for first place in the AL West. Breaking ball inside corner, counts quickly, no balls and 2 strikes on Biggio. Just misses off the plate, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss out in front of the changeup. There's 1 away. Strikeout number 2 for Joseph. Is the replay. Next up is Freddie Freeman, the first baseman. 290, 20 homers, 66 runs batted in. Left-handed hitter. Low, but called a strike by the home plate umpire. Count is 0-1. Tries to wait on the curveball, still fouls it back. Count is 0-2 on Freddie. Freddie Freeman in real life plays for the Atlanta Braves, if I'm not mistaken. And that's a deep drive to right center field. Back goes Lukelich, but he's there. And there's 2 away. So with 2 away, the left fielder Andrew Benintendi steps up. 274, 17 homers, 71 runs batted in. Patrick settles in, fires. Got it in there, strike 1. Pulls the curveball down the right side into the seats. Count is quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3, side retired. So after 2 innings of play, it's a 1-run lead for the Bronx Knights. They lead 1-0. So we go to the top of the third. Lineup turns over for the Knights. It's Max again. It's 0 for 1 with a fly out in the first. Again, he's a switch hitter batting from the right side against the lefty Rodriguez. And he yanks the cut fastball, foul, strike 1. Max has 33 stolen bases and 32 doubles on the season. I feel like he's been stuck at 32 doubles for about a month, though. Deep fly ball to left. Back goes Benintendi. Right in front of the warning track, makes the catch for the first out. So, Lukelich is 0 for 2. So next up is the first baseman, Don Mattingly. He lined out in the first. Don Mattingly played for the New York Yankees in the 1980s and 90s. And with the first pitch, he drives it to center. Shane is there. Victorino makes the catch. 2 quick outs here in the top of the third. Chris Ramos, 358, doubled in the first, scored a run, first run of the game. Up there for his second plate appearance. And that's a deep drive, slicing towards the right field line. But on the warning track, Gregory Polanco makes the catch to retire the side. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Rodriguez. And at 2.5, it's a 1-0 lead for the Bronx Knights. So, bottom of the third, Gregory Polanco, the right fielder, 328, 4 homers, 13 RBIs. Recent call-up from the minor leagues. All-star in the minors this season. Leads off the third. And he grounds it foul, strike 1. So in the majors, he's 6 for his last 11, so he has certainly acclimated himself to the major leagues quickly. Breaking ball just misses low. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Polanco. Inside off the plate, 2-1. And that's a line drive, base hit the other way. They were playing him to pull, so nobody there. Margot tosses it back into the infield, and before that happens, it's a bases opening double for Gregory Polanco, his 4th double of the season. So slices it the other way to left. Runner at second with a nobody out here in the third. So next up is Nolan Gorman, another PCL All-Star minor leaguer, recent call-up, hitting .259 here in September. Got a chance to drive in a run. And it's a deep drive towards left center field. It's in there for another double. And it will most likely be an RBI double. Throw to the plate will not be in time. It's an RBI double for Nolan Gorman. And the score is tied at 1 here in the bottom of the third. RBI double number 6 for Gorman. Here's the replay. Just went with it, drove it. And the center fielder, Max Lukelich, can cover a lot of ground. So if you can double in the gap on him, it's a legit double. So leadoff, no, not leadoff man, check that. That's Israel Pineda hitting .207, 2 homers, 12 RBIs, backup catcher. Pitch is low, ball 1. So runner at second, still nobody out. Ball game is tied at 1. Misses low with the curveball. Count is 2 balls and no strikes on Pineda. Swing and a miss out in front of the slider. 2-1. Grounder to second. Saps fields, fires, and there is 1 away. But the runner moves to third on the productive out by Pineda. So they'll have a runner at third base and less than 2 outs. Chance to take the lead on a deep fly ball. So leadoff man Shane Victorino steps up 0 for 1. He flew out in the first. Another fly out will give the Seattle Mariners a 2-1 lead. Let's see what he can do. Inside corner, strike 1. Ground ball to first. Mattingly looks him back to third, steps on the bag, and there's 2 away. So Shane did not get the runner home. Nice play by Mattingly. So DH Drew Mendoza grounded out in the first. 2 away here in the bottom of the third. He'll have to get a hit to get that run home. Swing and a miss at the fastball, strike 1. Breaking ball, strike 2. Count is 0-2 on Mendoza. Strike 3 called and a high strike. Mendoza does not agree. Well, anyway, RBI double by Nolan Gorman ties this ball game. At the end of 3, score is knotted at 1. So we go to the top of the 4th. Benny LoCicero, RBI single today, steps up to the plate.
The right fielder, number 38.
Inside, ball 1. American League All-Star team this season. Did not start in right field. Outside corner count evens 1 ball and 1 strike. But he did play a couple innings in right field to represent the Bronx Knights. Pops him up in the infield. Third baseman makes the catch, 1 away. That's Gorman at third.
Now batting.
So with 1 away, he's switching to Jacob Salazar's 0 for 1. Steps up. Shortstop. And that's a line drive base hit to left center. Check that, right center field. So it's a 1-out single for Salazar. Hits leaders in the American League entering play. There's a tie at the top between Dante Bichette of the Toronto Blue Jays and Chris Ramos of the Bronx Knights. As you can see, Salazar is on the bottom of the list. So Matt Saps is up. 1 away here in the top of the 4th. He's 1 for 1. Swing and a miss, strike 1. He had a single in his first at-bat. Salazar leads off first. Quick throw to first, caught him off the bag. And he will be tagged out at second. So caught stealing on Salazar, and there's 2 away, bases are empty. Pitches outside, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Saps has a modest 5-game hitting streak on the line. Well, check that. He had a hit in the first. So that means that it should be a 6-game hitting streak. Well, count is 1 and 2. Rolled over on top of it. Down the third base line, foul ball. And this one time is a line drive, yanks it into the seats. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 away here in the top of the 4th. 1-1 ball game. Outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes on Saps. Full count, 3 and 2. The catcher, Anthony Millo, is on deck. Here comes the payoff pitch. Outside corner cut fastball on the black, and he struck out looking. So the side is retired for Rodriguez. And after 3.5, the score is still knotted at 1. So we go to the bottom of the 4th. Up steps Fernando Tatis Jr., struck out in the first. Cover boy of the next year's game, MLB The Show 21. Pops up the first pitch here in the bottom of the 4th. Mattingly straddling the line. Makes the catch for the first out. Next up is Cavan Biggio. Strikeout victim in the second. He's 0 for 1. Inside corner called a strike. Fouls off the slider. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Biggio. Swing and a miss out in front of the changeup. There's 2 away. That's the second strikeout for Biggio and Joseph's 5th of the game. So 2 away, Freddie Freeman, left-handed hitter, steps in. Flew out in the second. Inside, but called a strike by the home plate umpire. Count is 0-1. In there with the slider, count is 0-2 on Freeman. Pokes the slider down the left field line. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. 2 away here in the bottom of the 4th. It's the first game of a 3-game series against the Mariners and the Knights, and he swings and misses. to retire the side. So 1-2-3 inning for Patrick Joseph. The end of 4. This ball game is tied at 1. Top of the 5th. Leading off, Anthony Millo, the catcher, 246, 9 homers, 52 runs batted in. He flew out in the 2nd inning. 2nd plate appearance. Pitches high, ball 1. And he pops it up. Biggio settles under it. And there's 1 away. So next up is Francisco Lindor, switch hitter, batting from the right side, grounded out in the 1st at bat. He's playing 3rd base today. Cut fastball in there, strike 1. Playing 3rd base today for the starter, Matt Termini, to give him a day off. That's a line drive, base hit to right, front of Polanco. So it's a 1-out single for the Knights here in the top of the 5th. Here's the replay. So next up is the number 9 hitter, the left fielder, Manuel Margot. Grounded out in the 2nd, he's 0 for 1. Quick throw to 1st. Lindor is back. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel. This is Bronx Knights Baseball. Pitch is low, 1 ball and no strikes on Margot. He's going in there for a strike, count is 1-1. Not in time, it is a stolen base for Francisco Lindor. Big jump on the starter. No chance really for the catcher to make the throw. It's on the money, but... So runner in scoring position now for Margot. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Deep drive, but it will curl into the seats out of play. Count is 1-2. Lindor leads off 2nd, 1 away. Checks his swing, cut fastball, misses the inside part of the plate. Count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. That's a line drive which will find its way into the left center field gap. It's going to be an Artway close play at 2nd. He will be thrown out trying to stretch a single. But it is still an RBI single, and the Bronx Knights lead 2-1 here in the 5th. Max Luklich is 0 for 2, swings at the 1st pitch and misses, strike 1. So bases empty, 2 outs. Bronx Knights lead 2-1 here in the top of the 5th. That's a line drive that hits the pitcher right in the midsection, throws him out. Side is retired. I hope he's okay. He seems to be all right. So after 4.5, Bronx Knights take the lead on an RBI single. They lead 2-1. So we go to Heidi Watney, our sideline reporter, but unfortunately there seems to be something wrong with her microphone. We apologize, Heidi. We'll send a technician down there to check it out. But in the meantime, it is now the bottom of the 5th. And up steps Andrew Benintendi, the left fielder, struck out in the 2nd. It's 0 for 1. Inside corner, strike 1. Shift is on for Benintendi. 3 infielders on the right side of the infield. Only 3rd baseman Lindor on the left. Misses outside. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Patrick is 12-7 on the season. Yanks it. Mattingly tosses over. Pitcher covering. Nice play by Joseph. And there's 1 away. So he's looking for win number 13 on the season. Nice play by the Gold Glove first baseman Don Mattingly. So with 1 away, Gregory Polanco steps up. He doubled. He scored a run today. The only Seattle run to date. And that's a deep drive to right. Back goes O'Rourke. Check that. LoCicero makes the catch on the warning track, and there are 2 away. It's Benny LoCicero in right field. So Nolan Gorman Gorman has an RBI double today. Steps in with 2 out, bottom of the 5th. Swing and a miss at the fastball, 94 on the radar gun, strike 1. And he grounds it to Salazar at short, Fields fires, got him. So, it's an official ball game, 5 innings complete. The Bronx Knights lead 2-1. Bronx Knights baseball. Oh yeah. So we go to the top of the 6th. Up steps Don Mattingly. Don Mattingly was the most valuable player in 1985 for the New York Yankees. He won a batting title in 1984. And that's exactly how he won a batting title, with a line drive single to center, and he leads off the top of the 6th with a base hit. So next up is the second baseman, Chris Ramos. Doubled in the first, he is 1 for 2. Pitches outside and low, ball 1. His average sits at 357. Inside and high, 2 balls and no strikes. Again, he has 54 homers and 144 RBIs. And that's a line drive, which will find its way into the right field corner. It will bounce off the quick pitch sign. Throw to second. Will not be in time. Cut off by the cutoff man. So there'll be runners at second and third on Ramos' 32nd double of the season. And he is now 2 for 3 on the day. Here's the replay. Pitched him outside, so he served it up outside. No need to pull the ball. He's got power to all fields. So the manager of the Seattle Mariners has seen enough. It's already a 2-1 lead with runners at second and third. He calls to the bullpen. Rodriguez's day is over. He cannot win. He's responsible for both runners. He can only lose. In relief for the Mariners is Victor Arano. 3-1 with a 5.51 earned run average. Up next is Benny LoCicero. RBI single, he's 1 for 2. Pitches outside, ball 1. 2 runners in scoring position for LoCicero. It's already a 2-1 lead with nobody out. Fouls off the outside fastball, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Benny has a 333 average with runners in scoring position, so he's comfortable in these situations. Swing and a miss at the high fastball, count is 1 and 2. And he grounds it foul up the first base line. Misses low, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Misses low again, count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Runners lead off second and third. 1 run already in. It's 2-1. And he walks him. So the bases will be loaded with Knights and nobody out here in the top of the 6th. And next up is the switch hitter, Salazar, who's 1 for 2 with a single. His average sits at 320. And that's a deep drive. Caught by Benintendi. The runners at second and third tag up. It'll be an RBI single on the sacrifice fly by Jacob Salazar, and the score is now 3-1. So next up is Matt Saps. He's 1 for 2 with a single in the second. Runners at first and third with only 1 out here in the 6th. Slow roller to third. Throws to first. It'll be an RBI ground out for Saps, and the score is now 4-1. So slow roller, impossible to get a double play on that. So got the run home. Gorman had no choice but to throw to first. So with 2 away and a runner in scoring position at second, Anthony Millo steps up. He is 0 for 2. Chance to drive in a run here. Checks his swing, but went too far. Count is 0 and 1. That's a line drive to center. If it drops in there, and it will, he'll round third and head home. It's an RBI single for Anthony Millo, and the score is now 5-1. Bronx Knights lead. Nice 2-out hitting for Anthony Millo, RBI number 53 on the season. We had him playing deep. I'm surprised, actually. So Francisco Lindor steps up, this time from the left side against the righty. Arano, 1 for 2 with a single. Pitches high and outside, ball 1. Slider misses low, 2 balls and no strikes. Lindor is part-time player. Doesn't see a lot of action. Remember, it's the year 2024 in this fictional universe, 3.5 years from now. So Lindor is not quite the player that he used to be. Plus, outside, hitters count, 3 balls, 1 strike. Plus, you have to realize that my created players get the starting position, so he's relegated to backup duty. 3 and 1, 2 outs. Runner leads off first. 5-1 lead for the Knights. Fouls off the fastball to stay alive. Count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The runner will be in motion with 2 strikes, 2 outs. And he walks him, ball 4. Arano cannot find the strike zone. That's the second man he's walked. So runners will be at first and second with 2 outs for Manuel Margot, who has an RBI single today. He's 1 for 2. Chance for another one if he can get a 2-out hit. Swings and fouls off the high fastball, strike 1. Grounder to the third baseman, Gorman throws to first to retire the side, but not before they get a boatload of runs. Tie no longer, 5.5 complete. Bronx Knights lead 5-1. So we will go to the bottom of the 6th. Up steps Israel Pineda, the catcher, grounded out in the 3rd inning. He's 0 for 1. Patrick Joseph deals. Low, ball 1. Israel is 7 for his last 11. Oof. So his last 3 games he's been on fire. See if we can put out that fire. Breaking ball outside corner, count evens 1 ball and 1 strike on Pineda. Swing and a miss out in front of the slider, 1 and 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3 inside corner. There's 1 away. That's strikeout number 7 for Joseph. He's sharp today.
The center fielder, number 8.
So next up is the leadoff man, stepping up for his 3rd plate appearance, Shane Victorino, 0 for 2. Fouls off the fastball behind home plate, strike 1. Shane Victorino played for the Philadelphia Phillies in real life, somewhere around Y2K. I think he was line drive late on the fastball. Count is quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. I think he was a member of the 2008 pennant-winning Philadelphia Phillies team that lost to the Yankees in the World Series in 2009. Bounces off the mound, throws to first, 2 away. Nice play by Patrick Joseph to retire the 2nd out. So Drew Mendoza, the DH, is up with 2 out. He's 0 for 2. And he's late on the fastball, strike 1. Grounds it up the middle and through past the diving Salazar and into center field. It is a 2-out single for Drew Mendoza. And the inning will continue.
Up next is the shortstop,
Patrick Joseph, 5 2/3, 3 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, 7 strikeouts. This is the start that he envisioned when he woke up in bed this morning. So, Fernando Tatis Jr. is 0 for 2. Runner at first and 2 away. Swings at the outside fastball, strike 1, fouls it off. Swings and misses at the curveball, count is 0 and 2 on Tatis Jr., the cover boy of next year's The Show. Pulls it foul, count remains no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. It's a 5-1 advantage for the Bronx Knights here at T-Mobile Park. And again, he fouls it off to stay alive. Welcome to Bronx Knights Baseball. I am RC Robin. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Deep fly ball for Tatis, but just in front of the warning track, Margot makes the catch to retire the side. So after 6 innings of baseball, it's a 4-run lead for the Bronx Knights. They lead 5-1. Having fun. Thanks for watching. So pitching for the Seattle Mariners, Adrian Hauser, making his 12th appearance out of the bullpen. He's 1-1 with a 5.18 earned run average. The leadoff man, Max Luklich, Mighty Max, is 0 for 3 today. Batting average has dipped down to .310 on the season. And it's a lazy fly ball to center, caught by Shane Victorino, 1 pitch, 1 away.
The first base, number 23.
So Max can't seem to get out of his own way in the second half of the season. So Don Mattingly singled, he scored a run, he's 1 for 3. He has 3,000 hits in this fictional career. I love it. Ground ball through the box, up the middle. It is a 1-out single for Mattingly. He's 2 for 4. Nice piece of ground ball with eyes. Let's see.
Now that designated hitter.
So next up is the DH today, Chris Ramos. He has 2 hits already. Switch hitter now batting from the left side. 2 doubles. Pitches outside, ball 1. He's working on a triple crown season. 359, 54 homers, 144 RBIs. Checks the swing, but went too far, so the count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Ramos. Mattingly leads off first with 1 away here in the top of the 7th. Pitch is low, 2-1. Outside, hitters count, 3 balls and 1 strike. Benny LoCicero is on deck. See what happens. Fouls off the 2-seam fastball, count will go full, 3-2. So with 1 out, will the runner be in motion? I highly doubt it. Not a lot of speed over there at first with Mattingly. Pulls it, foul. Count remains full. Called a 3rd strike, my goodness. And there's 2 away. He doesn't like the call. He says, no, that was not a strike. I tend to agree with him. So Benny LoCicero up there with 2 away in the 7th. 1 for 2 today with an RBI. Mattingly leads off first. Fouls off the 2-seamer, strike 1. That's a line drive, base hit to center. It'll be runners at first and second with 2 away here in the top of the 7th. So, Jacob Salazar, 1 for 2. Steps up, runners at first and second. Outside corner, strike 1. Jacob has 91 runs batted in on the season. He's looking for that magic century mark, 100 RBIs. Outside, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. 369 average with runners in scoring position, so he's comfortable with Mattingly over at second base. Ground ball to Gorman. Throws across in time. Side retired. So get up and stretch, ladies and gentlemen. Time for the 7th inning stretch. Here in T-Mobile Park, Safeco Field, whatever you like to call it, the Bronx Knights lead by 4. They lead 5-1. So we go to the bottom of the 7th. Cavan Biggio has struck out twice today. Joseph is still out there, pitching well. Why not? In there, strike 1, 94 on the radar gun. And he grounds it the other way. The vacated third base slot. It's running to second. Strong throw to second is offline. So it's a leadoff single for Biggio. He's 1 for 3. So that time, 23rd Biggio of the season. 23rd double of the season for Cavan Biggio. As you can see, only one fielder on the left side of the infield. All 3 were on the right side. They were playing him to pull. The shift was on. So they suffered the consequences. So next up is Freddie Freeman, 0 for 2, struck out, flied out. Pulls it foul up the first base line, strike 1. Swing and a miss at the fastball, count is 0-2 on Freeman. Grounds it to the third baseman. Lindor looks him back to second, throws to first. In time, 1 away. Next up is Benintendi, the left fielder, is 0 for 2. Inside off the plate, but called a strike by the home plate umpire. In all due respect, but he's been all over the place today. Misses with the curveball, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Misses outside, 2-1. Joseph has only thrown 66 pitches here in 6 1/3 innings. Swing and a miss, strike 2, count is 2 balls and 2 strikes on Benintendi. And that is a shallow fly ball to right center field. LoCicero is there. He makes the catch for the second out. No advance on the bases. So with 2 outs, Gregory Polanco steps up. He doubled, scored a run. He's 1 for 2. Has a chance to drive in a run here with 2 outs. Inside corner, strike 1. Swing and a miss out front of the changeup. Quickly, he's down 0-2. Pulls the fastball foul. Count remains no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. 4-run lead for the Bronx Knights. They lead 5-1. He yanks it deep but foul. Count remains 0-2. And it's a line drive, base hit to right, rounding third and heading home. It'll be an RBI single for Polanco. And the score is now 5-2, Knights lead. 2-out base hit from the rookie, the minor leaguer. Over the head of Mattingly, no chance. So this is where we go to the manager's office and the bullpen. And we'll warm up, let's say, Jonathan Holder and Caleb Smith. So next up is Gorman. Nolan Gorman has an RBI double today. He's 1 for 2. At the knees, strike 1. So runner at first, 2 away. Not a lot of speed over there at first. Swings and fouls back the fastball behind the plate upstairs. Count is 0-2. Pops it up the elevator shaft. Out of his crouch is Millo, and he retires the side. So, after 7 innings of baseball, they do score a run on the RBI by Polanco. It's a 3-run lead for the Bronx Knights. They lead 5-2. Thank you for joining. Please like and subscribe if you are on YouTube especially. Thank you so much. This is Bronx Knights Baseball. Created franchise, game number 141 out of 162 plus. So leading off the top of the 8th is Matthew Saps, 1 for 3 with an RBI single.
Number 31.
Against the reliever Hauser in there for a second inning of work. Inside ball one. Attendance 43,263 here in T-Mobile Park. Not a sellout. Outside corner with the two-seamer. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Bronx Knights are 91 and 49 on the season. 12.5 game lead over these Seattle Mariners. Inside off the plate, 2 balls, 1 strike. And he yanks the curveball foul. Count evens 2 balls and 2 strikes. Line drive, base hit on the ground between short and third. It's a leadoff single for Matthew Saps. He's now 2 for 4. And the Knights have the leadoff man on here. Here's the replay. Split the shortstop and the third baseman. No chance for either one of them. Next up is the catcher, Anthony Millo. RBI single today, he's 1 for 3. And that's a ground ball base hit up the middle. Multi-hit game for Millo. Now we have 2 runners on and nobody out here in the 8th. Leg kick, one-handed swing. Good approach right up the middle. Off the mound, kicking through. So, in relief comes Hunter Wood. Game number 60 out of the bullpen. He's 7 and 4 with a 5.33 earned run average. Leading off is, well, not leading off, check that. First batter he will face is Francisco Lindor, who's 1 for 2 with a single. Pitch is high, ball 1. He's inheriting the 2 runners. Nobody out. Tough position to inherit. Pops it upstairs behind home plate. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Lindor. Just gets a piece of the changeup. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on Francisco. Saps leads off second, I believe. Checks his swing, or does he? Yes, he does. Count is full. Checks. The count is even at 2 and 2. Pulls it on the ground over to second for 1. Back to first. Not in time. It's a fielder's choice at second. So the runners will be at first and third with 1 away here in the top of the 8th. So Freeman over to Tatis Jr. Throw was low. Over to 1, not in time. So 3-6-1 attempt, but it's only a fielder's choice. So with a runner at third and less than 2 outs, up steps the number 9 hitter, Manuel Margot, who has an RBI single today. He's 1 for 3. Slow roller. Tatis over to second for 1, back to first. Not in time. It is an RBI ground out for fielder's choice, an RBI ground out for Manuel Margot, and the score is now 6-2. Bronx Knights lead. Just wasn't hit hard enough to get the double play. So leadoff man Max Lukulich steps in for his 5th plate appearance. Runner at first, 2 away. He's 0 for 4. Quick throw to first. Margot is back.
Nope.
1 ball and no strikes on Max. 2 right-handers warming in the Mariners bullpen. J.P. Wendelken and Jairo Diaz. Getting loose. Yanks it foul down the right field line. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Late on the 2-seamer, 1 and 2. Margot leads off first. 2 away here in the top of the 8th.
Nope.
Pitch is low. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner leads off first. And he's going, but it's a pop-up on the left field line. Gorman makes the catch on the pop-up, and the side is retired. So we will go to the bottom of the 8th. They pick up a run, and after 7.5, it's the Bronx Knights 6, the Seattle Mariners 2. Leading off in the bottom of the 8th is Israel Pineda, 0 for 2 against Patrick Joseph, still out there. He's only thrown 76 pitches. And first pitch is a lazy fly ball to right. LoCicero is there. 1 pitch, 1 away. Next up is Shane Victorino. It's 0 for 3. Breaking ball in there, strike 1. Retractable roof here at T-Mobile Park. And it's a line drive to center. He's playing him deep. Not in time. It's a single to center for Victorino. He is 1 for 4. With 1 out, they have a base runner. It's a line drive to center field. They were playing him deep. Not sure why. Maybe they doubles defense. Max couldn't get it. So Drew Mendoza steps up to the plate, singled in the 6th inning. He is 1 for 3. Swing and a miss at the high fastball, strike 1. Grounder past the reach of Lindor. Thought for a second there he might have a chance at a double play round the horn, but fortunately the ball gets through the left side. My goodness, surprised. So 2 runners on, 1 away. Joseph's still out there. The bullpen is still quiet, interestingly enough. Well, actually, you know what? It's not really quiet. Manager, mound visit. Let's talk to him. He doesn't have a lot of energy left. He's got a lot of confidence. He wants 1 more hitter. He's got the right to get 1 more hitter. Late on the fastball, strike 1. Nothing is more painful than walking down a hallway instead. Oh, I'll give you one thing that's just as painful. I don't know if you know about Dungeons and Dragons. It's a tabletop role-playing game. They're called polyhedral dice. 6-siders is a normal die, but there are 8-siders, 12-siders, 20-siders. There's a 4-sided die that looks like a pyramid. That shit will put you in the urgent medical care. It'll put you in the emergency room. But yes, I understand the pain of a Lego. Fouls it off upstairs behind home plate. The count is 0-2 on Tatis Jr. 1 strike from getting out of this inning. Unscathed. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Tatis Jr. is retired. They strand 2. Patrick Joseph's 8th strikeout of the game. And we will go to the top of the 9th here at Safeco. It's a 4-run lead for the Knights. They lead 6-2. So before we... Oh, wait a minute. Check that. It's only 2 away. My fault. Got distracted. Sorry about that, Mr. Lego. Inside off the plate. Cavan Biggio's up. 2 away. Thought it was the side was retired. My mistake. Count is 0-1 on Biggio. Fouls it upstairs. Count evens 1 ball and 1 strike. Got a little ahead of myself. A little excited. Swing and a miss. Count is 1-2 on Biggio. Misses low. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on. 6-2 lead. Joseph sets and delivers. And that's a deep drive. Back goes LoCicero at the track, looking up. Gone. It's a 3-run home run for Cavan Biggio. Home run number 22 on the season. And just like that, it's a 6-5 ball game here at T-Mobile Park. And the crowd is alive and kicking. Let's watch the replay. So next up is Freddie Freeman, 0 for 3. It's a 1-run ball game with 2 outs in the 8th, and that will be all for Patrick Joseph. We'll go to the bullpen, and Caleb Smith will come in to pitch. Caleb, 42 appearances. This is his 42nd appearance. He's 4-1 with a 2.12 earned run average. Checks the swing, but it's in there, strike one. Just misses with the slider, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Fouls off the slider, count is 1 ball, 2 strikes on Freeman. 6-5 lead for the Bronx Knights here at T-Mobile Park. Just gets a piece of the fastball to stay alive. First game of a 3-game set. And it's a lazy fly ball to right center field. Lukalic is there, makes the catch to his side of the side, but not before Cavan Biggio hits a 3-run home run to make this a 1-run contest. At the end of 8, it's the Knights 6, the Mariners 5. So we go to the top of the 9th. Up steps Don Mattingly, but we will go to the manager's office and the bullpen first. 3 lefties up, so you know what? I'll leave him in. I'm going to warm up Jesse Biddle just in case. Donnie Baseball, 2 for 4 today, leads off. Pops it up. Pitcher takes it himself. No, he dropped it. It's going to be a single or perhaps an error on the pitcher. Is it an E1? No, they're giving him a base hit. My goodness. Got in the way of the shortstop. Made his way over his head, so it's a leadoff single for Mattingly, his 3rd hit of the game. He'll take it. Next up is Chris Ramos. Switch hitting second baseman, hitting from the left side against the righty Wood. Pitches low in the dirt, blocked nicely by Pineda. So ball 1. Mattingly leads off first. High, 2 balls and no strikes. Checks his swing, cut fastball was low. 3-0. Will he have the green light on 3-0? No, he will not, because I don't swing on 3-0. He's taking a pitch. In there, strike 1. Hitters count. 3 balls and 1 strike. The shackles are now off. Let's see what happens. Lazy fly ball to left. Benintendi is there. Makes the catch for the first out. Wild throw. He's going to second on the wild throw into short right field. So now a runner will be in scoring position on the error by probably Benintendi in left. Who are they going to credit the error to? Yep, E7 on Benintendi. So runner in scoring position for Benny LoCicero. This is a big insurance run here in the top of the 9th. He has 2 singles and an RBI today. Pitches low in the dirt, blocked nicely again. Wood has been wild as heck. Mattingly leads off second. 1-0 count. Fouls off the outside fastball. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. You know what? I'm going to go and do a pinch runner if I can squeeze it in. Benny's 2 for 3. Low, 2 balls and 1 strike. Okay, hold on a second. Let's do this. Manager, substitution. I don't like to pinch hit for Don Mattingly because I love him as a hitter, but you know what? Oh, do I have anybody fast? Hold on. Speed. Termini, you know what? Yeah. Do you want to pinch run Matt Termini for Don Mattingly? Yes, I do. This is an important pinch runner. So the starting third baseman who had the day off today, Matt Termini, pinch runs for Donnie Baseball. The count is 2 balls and 1 strike on LoCicero, the right fielder. 3-1. Again, a hitter's count. Shortstop Jacob Salazar is on deck. It's only 1 away here in the 9th. And he pulls it high and far. Caught at the warning track. At the warning track, back against the wall. There's 2 away. What a play by the Polanco in right field to back himself up against that wall to make the catch instead of letting it bounce off the fence. So Jacob Salazar has an RBI single today. He's 1 for 3. Now he needs a single to get that runner in from second. Outside corner on the black with the cut fastball, strike 1. Jacobs hitting .367 with runners in scoring position. So he's comfortable with Termini at second. Breaks his bat. Soft liner to Kavan Biggio. Makes the catch. Side is retired. We go to the bottom of the ninth. It's a 1-run lead. Last licks for Seattle. It's 6-5. Let's see what happens. Damn it, so close.
Ladies and gentlemen.
So, Termini is playing first base. I don't know if I'm going to keep that. I don't know if Termini can play first base. Let's go to the substitutions for 1 second. I'm going to scroll down to Termini. And its secondary positions is second base and shortstop. So I'm going to switch. He's a natural. Let's see, who can play first base? Salazar, third base. Third base. DH, Matting. Oh, Chris Ramos. I'm going to lose my DH. Damn it. DH, Termini. Moving the designated hitter into a fielding position will forfeit the DH role, and the pitcher must bat from the remainder. Do I wish to continue? Yes, I do. It's important. Caleb Smith. It's a line drive. Caught. No. One hop. He does not make the catch, and the tying run is at first base here with nobody out in the ninth. Up steps Gregory Polanco. Pinch runners Donovan Casey for the Mariners. Next up is Polanco. He's 2 for 3 with an RBI today. Bad decision. Bad decision. Instead of taking the easy out, now it's runners at first and second. Ramos, who normally doesn't play first base, got aggressive. He had to spin and throw, not in time. Bad decision. So it's now first and second. The winning run is at first base with nobody out. Hold on a second. Manager, bullpen. We're going to sit down. Holder. We're going to put up Dylan Betances, warm him up. Second, not in time. So they get the fielder's choice at second on the bunt by Gorman. But they have a runner at third base, the tying run with less than 2 outs. Barehanded by Francisco, throws to second. Nice play, but not hit hard enough. So I just yelled at my phone. I know it was a bad decision, bad decision. Israel Pineda, 0 for 3 today. Runner at third base, less than 2 outs. It's a 6-5 ball game for the Bronx Knights. Only 1 out. Manager, mound visit, discuss it. Obviously, it's just a stall for time so they can get the right-hander in there. So we're going to go to the bullpen, and out of the bullpen comes Dylan Betances to pitch to Israel Pineda. Put him in the game. So with 1 out here in the bottom of the ninth, Dylan Betances has pitched in 52 games. He's 2-3 with a 2.93 earned run average. He has 80 strikeouts in just over 55 innings pitched. Runners at first and third. The tying run is at first. The winning run is at third with 1 away. First pitch. High strike, but called a strike by the home plate umpire. The count is 0-1. Checks his swing, but the knuckle curve floats in there. Strike 2. Count is no balls and 2 strikes on Pineda. Slider outside. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pops it upstairs behind home plate. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 away. Bottom of the ninth here at T-Mobile Park. Runners lead off first and third. Here's the next pitch from Betances. Slider outside. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, 2 away. He does not get the runner home. High fastball inside off the plate. Just blew it past him. Bottom line. So with 2 outs, up steps Shane Victorino, switch hitter, batting from the left side. He's 1 for 4 today with a single. Again, here's the situation. They are down to their final out of the game. The tying run is at third. The go-ahead run and winning run, the walk-off run, is at first. Betances steals. Checks his swing, pitches high, but goes too far according to the home plate umpire. That strike one. Count is 0-1 on Victorino. Lazy fly ball to right, left. This should do it. Ball game over. Bronx Knights win 6-5. So they take this first game of a 3-game set at T-Mobile Park 6-5. It was a bit of a scary win. This will be win number 92 on the season, 92-49 on the Bronx Knights. They take a 13.5 game lead over the Seattle Mariners. Thank you very much, Mr. Outlander. Good game indeed. I appreciate it. I had a little bit of a mini heart attack, but win number 13 on the season. Patrick Joseph is now 13-7. And we will go to the scorecard to settle it the right way. So the Bronx Knights, 6 runs, 14 hits, no errors. Seattle Mariners, 5 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. Again, Patrick Joseph was the winner. He's 13-7. Eduardo Perez, I'm sorry, check that. Eduardo Rodriguez for the Seattle Mariners is the loser. The save goes to Dylan Betances. I believe it's his 6th save of the season. Before the game started, the manager said that the closer, John Smoltz, was going to get a day off no matter what. It looked, with a 6-2 lead in the 8th, it looked like they weren't going to need him, but things got a little hairy there. But Dylan Betances gets the save. And the player of the game today is Chris Ramos, 2 for 5 with 2 doubles, 2 runs scored. So, this has been a broadcast of Bronx Knights Baseball, a created franchise on MLB The Show 20 for PlayStation 4. This was game number 141. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you again soon. Soon enough, before MLB The Show 21 comes out, I will get through 162 into the playoffs and hopefully the World Series. And we're going to win this thing. The Bronx Knights will be champions. Thanks so much for watching. Final here is 6-5 Bronx Knights. Have yourself a great afternoon.